Hello everyone. Today I thought I would share my perfume trait with you. I'm a little behind for January, so this is kind of for the next little bit. I'll probably do another perfume tray around springtime, and I just picked stuff mostly for this tray that I want to get more use out of, maybe things that I've loved in the past but have kind of taken a break from, some rediscoveries, some new things. It's kind of a mixed bag here, so not necessarily super cohesive in theme, but I hope you guys will enjoy seeing what I'll be reaching for in the next month or two. First off here, I have something that's not even on the tray. It didn't fit, but this is another thing I will be reaching for. Oh my gosh, it's a little bit dusty, but this is from Lush. It's actually a body mist, and it's Let the Good Times Roll. If you're into foodie scents, gourmands, you like stuff sweet, this is definitely one to check out. It has a really prominent caramel note. There's also butter, popcorn, and also some cinnamon. To be honest, I don't really get something super popcorny. Maybe if we're talking about like popcorn absolutely smothered and drenched in caramel, where you can barely tell that it's popcorn, maybe that's it. And the cinnamon on it is pretty tame. It's not super spicy, so I really mostly pick up on the caramel and butter. So very sweet. And I find with the Lush body sprays specifically, they're pretty strong. They're pretty dang strong. So even though body mists kind of have a bad rap, these ones I find really last. And again, it's not for the faint of heart. I even find on the initial spray, like that first little bit on this one, that it can verge on stinky, but then it doesn't go there. So anyway, definitely want to check out if you have a Lush store near you to see if you like it. But let's get on to the actual rest of the tray. Right in front here, this is a newer one in my collection. I got this when I was at Scent Bar, and it's called Croissant Cafe. There's a lot of notes in this one, but as the name suggests, it is like a coffee kind of smell. But what I get from this is like a coconut coffee. So it smells really sweet, kind of comforting, a little bit creamy. And this specifically is a roll-on oil, so it is not a spray or anything. And I think it is so adorable. Like, I just find the way this looks, the packaging, like everything it came in was so cute, and I really have been liking it. Even though I'm not the most into a perfume oil, I've really been enjoying this one. I think it's really cute, and if you're into the idea of coffee, coconut, a creamy woody scent, I think you'd like this. It's very warm, again, kind of comforting and cozy, and I'm very happy I picked it up. I feel like I owe you guys a pretty big haul because I haven't really updated you with what I've picked up in the last few months, so let me know if you would be interested in seeing that. Next here from b&bw, I have Dan Bois. I finally was able to get one of these shipped to me from Ulta that wasn't totally leaking and destroyed, so I was very happy about that. I was able to catch it, I think, on a 40% off deal, which these are already pretty affordable, which I think is great. Anyway, Dan Bois, I originally had tested from Scentbird, I want to say, and this is a bit of a Baccarat clone. I don't think it's exact by any means, but it has that kind of feel to it. I would say this is a little bit sweeter, maybe a little bit airier in some ways, but some of the notes on it: blood orange, lemon, jasmine, there's some saffron in here, amber, woods, leather, and some vanilla sugar. So I do pick up on those touches of the leather as well, but I find for it having a leather note, it's very, again, wearable, and it smells, I think, more expensive than it is, especially when I think about I got this for like 20 something dollars. Like, you can't beat that. So very happy with this, and I decided to put it in. Next over here, this is Fragrance de Bois Minuit Demi. This is in collaboration with Demi Rolling here on YouTube. I picked this up for my birthday, I want to say in 2021. So I've had this for a little bit, and it is one of my faves. Like, you can see the bottle, the dent is real. This is another caramel scent, and I find this really close or similar to Penhaligon's Changing Constance, but it has some spicy notes, some cardamom and pimento on the top, but then there's caramel, coffee, there's some cinnamon, some liquor, and then some woods, musk, vanilla. It's just a really nice, sweet, gourmand perfume, but I find this to still have a very perfumed quality to it. So this doesn't smell like photorealistic food at all. It has more of an essence of that in it, and isn't so realistic. So if you're looking for a gourmand that's a little more sophisticated, I find this to be sexy, wearable for day, night, signature scent worthy. This one's really great, and I just want to revisit it. My birthday's coming up, so I'm like, okay, let's bust this baby out. More sweeties, because you guys know I can't get enough. I decided to put Tihota from Indult in here. This is just a quintessential vanilla, so it's very creamy. It has a little bit of a muskiness to it, but it smells like seriously thick vanilla ice cream that's melted to me. Like if you want just a straight up vanilla that's going to last all day, that's going to really, I mean, you don't need much of this. It's very strong and again, very thick. It could be a little cloying, I feel like, in hotter weather. So I want to get some use out of this while it's a little bit cooler because I put that in here. Obviously, again, there's a dent in this. I love this. It smells so good. It's a great mixer as well. But if you're looking for, again, that really rich, creamy vanilla, this is it. It's sweet and delicious and amazing. I love this. Yet another vanilla. This one's in here for a little bit of a different reason. I mean, you can see here, I'm pretty close to being done with it. So I want to give Skylar Vanilla Sky some more love. And to be honest, it would be great to finish this up. I do like this, but this is a vanilla that I really loved at the beginning of my vanilla journey. And I feel like there are so many other vanillas that I also love. Like I will have another bottle of this once I finish it up, but it would just feel good, I guess, to get this gone. I don't know. I have a huge collection. And so for a bottle to be this close, it feels so good. But this is a really sugared vanilla. So again, very, very sweet. It also has some caramel touches to it. There's some coffee touches, like a cappuccino note in here, some cedar wood. But overall, I mean, it is a vanilla and I really quite like this one. And I thought, you know, let's give it some love, maybe even finish it up. We'll see if I can do it. I think finishing Mod Vanilla as well as Warm Cream Fresh Cashmere from Philosophy has me excited for some of those bottles I'm really, really close on. All right, next is Kilian's Princess, or I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess, if you go with the long name. This was actually in my October perfume tray, which was my most recent perfume tray that I've done. I'll leave the whole playlist down below if you are interested in these types of videos, but I decided to put this in again just because I feel like I was giving Angel Share so much love, and I almost put it in here because I know I'm only gonna get a few more months, I feel like, to really wear it for the season, but I decided to put Princess in because I feel like this still has some coziness to it, but it's a little bit lighter and I don't know, I've just been kind of craving it. This is a little bit powdery for me, but it does have some vanilla. There's also a marshmallow note in here, so it has something kind of fluffy. There's a green tea note in here, some ginger, which adds, I think, that like tiny bit of spiciness, but also again some of the spicy powderiness to me anyway. There's some florals, there's a peach note, some apple. It's just a really nice one. If you haven't smelled this one, I do suggest it. It's really good. I don't know what it is about Flowerbomb from Viktor&rolf, but it has me in what feels like a chokehold, to be honest. Like, this thing is so old. I've known about this perfume for forever, and it has never been one that I've loved. Like, in the past, it has not been one that I've really enjoyed, but something about it I am obsessed with now. To me, I like it most in, maybe I'm a little more dressed up. It doesn't have to be super fancy, but kind of a date night move like that, you know what I mean? There's just something about the way the florals are done in here, the way it kind of has a spiciness to it. It's a heavier floral, so it's not dainty, it's not airy, it's not like delicate smelling. It also has some vanilla in there, which I feel like really comes out. Like, I smell a lot of the vanilla, so it just has a richness. There's something kind of sexy, but definitely still feminine. For me, a little bit different, but I truly have been loving it, and I thought I would put it on the tray and just make it official. Like, put it on here and just enjoy it. So I put Flowerbomb on there, oldie but a goodie. All right, next, this one from Victoria's Secret. I want to say this is one of the more recent launches. It came out like toward the end of last year, around then, but this is Tease Cocoa Soiree, and the chocolate note that's in here, there's like a mocha note. I was really excited to try that, and I didn't buy it, blind buy it. I actually smelled this in store first. I was like, it's still Victoria's Secret, so I want to know if I'm going to actually like it, but there was something about this that I really enjoyed. It's definitely Victoria's Secret, so it has some fruitiness. It has that kind of showery, watery kind of quality to it. You know what I mean? But I do get the kind of chocolate note in here, and it's not super like realistic chocolate, but there's something about the way that all these things mix. There's some florals in here as well. I actually really quite enjoyed. It reminded me of the one from Dreyer Van Noten. I don't think that's even how you say it. Dreyer Van Noten. I think that one's called Swa Malachi, something like that. But that also is fruity and chocolatey and also has some florals. They're not the same for sure. I mean, totally different price points, but I was able to try that out. I fell in love with it. And there's something about this. This feels like a similar perfume to me. Maybe a little bit more showery, not as silky and kind of smooth, I feel like, as the Dreyer Van Noten. Dreer. I don't know. I'm so sorry, guys. I really quite like this one, and I just wanted to get some more use out of it and really put some focus on it since I bought it. All right, another oldie but a goodie from Jo Malone, Blackberry Bay. I don't know what it is. Once we start getting into the new year and we start moving our way into spring, I just start getting excited for some of those fresher perfumes. I love my sweets. I love my foodie stuff, but it really does work so nicely for cozying up and fall into winter. But as we go winter to spring, I start getting excited for some of these freshies. So this one has some grapefruit in it, has the blackberry, it has some cedar, some vetiver. It's very, very fresh. It almost has like, I don't want to say metallic, but like really sharp alcohol, like an alcohol marker, or like, I don't know, it has this sharpness to it that's really refreshing. Super, super nice. I don't know. I've loved this scent for years before I had a huge collection. This was one of my favorite scents. So I put that in because it's just so fresh. It really makes me feel motivated. And I think, you know, in that beginning part of the year, even though it's still cold, you can feel the days getting longer. You can feel that like momentum. And I feel like some of these freshies like help me feel that more. So I have that one in here. I also kind of in the same line as that, this one from Etat Libre. This is I Am Trash. From this, I mostly pick up the apple, the rose, and the kind of peppery note that's in here. There's also some sandalwood, I want to say, and ISOE Super. So it's woody, has a little bit of that fruitiness, a little bit of that floral touch, and some spice. It's just such an easy wear. Again, very fresh. If you like Jo Malone, Blackberry Bay, and haven't tried this, I think you would like it. Like they kind of fall into a very similar family to me, and I really love this. It's very unisex, just a nice, clean girl. Like again, to me, I find these scents very motivating, and they make me want to like push myself instead of being like, sometimes vanillas just make me want to be cozy. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm putting I Am Trash in there. Yet another vanilla because of course. This one is from Goldfield and Banks. It's Silky Woods. This is just such a sexy, smooth vanilla. It has touches of suede in here. There's also, I believe, some saffron in here. There's some cinnamon, some tobacco leaf, agar wood, sandalwood, but the Tahitian vanilla I feel like really kind of wraps around everything. So if you're looking for a vanilla that has a little bit more to it, a little bit more sex appeal, I think this one's really nice. It's sweet, but you definitely pick up on the leather, but it's more of a suede. So it's still soft, again, very smooth. I don't know. It's like a vanilla and new car kind of a smell. I really quite like it. I think it's great for, again, kind of a date night, that type of thing. But I also feel like it's casual enough for every day as well, depending on what you're into. So it's not like too heavy by any means or like too sexy or too much for everyday wear either. And again, I just wanted to include that in this tray and get some uses out of it before the end of the year. Last, for proper perfumes, I'm putting the newest Eilish in here. Eilish number 3. This one's very woody. It reminds me of the second one a lot more than the first one. So there's not really that vanilla in here. I get a lot of the fir note, so it smells like green and foresty, but then it also has some citrus. The grapefruit really comes through, brightens it up. It's just a really nice one. Again, really unisex. I think perfect for this time of year. There's some saffron in here, some woody notes. So it has a few like aromatic touches as well to it, but still a nice amount of sweetness. So I feel like that keeps it still kind of fun and fresh. So I put Eilish number 3. And then in the back here, I have some stuff from Bath and Body Works. These are all from like the Ballet line. I'm not even sure. I got these during one of the sales, you know, $5, all that. Love when I can get the Bath and Body Works body mist for so cheap. So I have Satin Slippers here. This one's White Rose, Dreamy Jasmine, Airy Musk. I believe like when I've smelled this, and really I want to just get my thoughts on these because the body mist from Bath and Body Works, sometimes they're a little bit hard for me, or they just take a little bit of time for me to really get to know what the heck I'm even smelling, to be honest. But I remember this smelling kind of like florally drier sheets, I want to say. Something like that. Very clean kind of smell on this one. Then we have Ballet Nights here. This is kind of the darker, fruitier one, if you will. So notes on this: wild plum, of course, glowing amber, and tonka cream. So it's like that dark fruit but creamy still kind of smell. You guys know, I feel like this is always in the line. Like if there's 4 perfumes coming out from Bath & Body Works, there's always going to be this kind of like dark fruity creamy thing going on, and that's this one in this line. And then last here is Pink Suede, and this one has notes of blush berries, velvet peonies, and soft cotton. And so this one's more of like berries, florals. Again, kind of smells pink, to be honest. So yeah, I just want to get more familiar with those, see if I can find any favorites in there or whatnot. I just thought it was such a cute collection. I feel like the ballet core, whatever, is so popular. So anyway, that's my perfume tray that I'm going to be using for the next little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it inspired you to go through your own collection, pick out some stuff, maybe some old faves, some new stuff, maybe some stuff that doesn't get any love from you, or at least not the love it deserves. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.